Hi, this is Josh with Resort TV 1. Today we're taking a look at the Smove Smartphone Stabilizer. We hope you enjoy the video. And the first thing about the Smove that we're going to show you is how to put it together. And so you can see I already have the phone in here, and you want to make sure that it's completely centered. And so you can kind of eyeball it, but the other way that you can check that it's completely centered is by holding it up like this and just seeing if it balances. It doesn't have to be exactly perfect, but it needs to be pretty close on its own. If it's going one way or the other, then you need to make sure that you slide it one way or the other until it is balanced. The other thing I want to show you is that the smartphone is all the way up against the back of the Smove here itself, the unit. If it's not all the way up against the back, the Smove will vibrate, and that'll tell you that it's not all the way back. So that's important. So that's even before we turn it on. And by the way, it is very important that you do all this before you turn it on, because it's not good for it to have it turned on whenever you're trying to adjust it. Now, the other thing I want to show you is if you want to charge it while you're actually filming. The first thing you want to do is you'll plug in your adapter at the bottom of the Smove itself, and then you'll plug in here. Now, if you have an iPhone like I do, you're going to need this little adapter. You can see that the cable itself is black and the adapter is white, and this is something I got on Amazon for like $6 or $7, and I will link the product in the description so that you can see where you can get this. It's not that expensive, like I said, but it is a Lightning to mini USB adapter. If you've got an Android phone, you can just plug it straight in. But the one thing you want to be careful of is if you plug it in like this, it actually, if you can see, it actually interferes with the operation of the gimbal arm itself, and so it doesn't work correctly. So this is something I learned by trial and error. When you plug it in, you actually want to loop it around like this so that it looks like it would seem like it's upside down, but since the iPhone Lightning connector can go either way, it doesn't matter. Now, if you notice, it's completely free, and the gimbal arm, the Smove arm, can move very freely. So make sure that's one thing if you want to charge it. The other thing is you may want to rebalance it, because watch, can you see that it's going that other direction now? So I would want to rebalance it and push it over so that it balances just a little bit better. Okay, so there it's a little bit more balanced. So now I'm going to power on the Smove unit itself. So I just hold on the power button until the M1 and M2 light flash, and now it's powered on. So I'll talk about mode 1 and mode 2 here in just a minute, but first I want to show you the two modes of the Smove: landscape and portrait mode. Right now, landscape mode is where I'm at, and most video you're going to take in landscape mode for YouTube or just for your own enjoyment. It looks better on a computer monitor or a TV screen. But if you want to change to portrait mode to do Facebook Live or to do Twitter or something like that, or Periscope, you're actually going to go ahead and just grab the phone itself. This doesn't hurt the Smove, and you're going to just hold it for just a second or two in portrait mode. Now you notice the phone now saves this mode, and now it stabilizes the phone in portrait mode, and so it does a really good job there. Now the other thing, I'm going to go back to landscape mode, and I just hold it for just a second or two until it grabs, and you can feel it grab. If I want to go slightly off center, I can. If I want to hold it like this and have an angle to my video for an artistic effect, I can hold it at this angle. Look, it saves the angle. So that's really helpful. And now I'm going to show you something else about panning and zooming slowly. But before I do, I want to talk about the grip on the Smove unit itself. You don't want to be really tense, because if I'm tense, can you see how it shakes? Now I'm exaggerating, but if I'm really tense with my right hand here, it shakes anyway. Now the Smove is not a magician. It does a really good job, but you have to hold it smoothly. You have to hold it in a relaxed fashion. You can't hold it, so I'm holding it tight, I'm holding it straight, because anytime you try and hold something tight and try really hard to hold it straight, it's actually going to get really jittery. So relax your hand as much as possible. Obviously don't drop it, but relax your hand and relax your arm and just feel as relaxed as possible. And then if I pan around, you can see the building here. I pan down to the beach and back up to the building very smoothly, and I can go right, I can go back down and back up, and the Smove follows me. And you'll notice that I go slowly as I pan. I don't pan super quick. It will follow me. If I go super fast like this, it still does a really good job. But if you want the video to be smooth, you need to help it out just a little bit. Again, it's going to give you professional results if you just give it a little bit of smoothness. So take your time. Don't pan left or right too fast, and just make sure that you're as relaxed as possible with your arm. One more thing I'll show you is if you want to hold your right hand with your left hand like I'm doing, that really helps with stability. Again, not tight. Sometimes I'll film like this, because anything you hold in your hand is going to get heavy after a little while. So just hold it with your other hand, and that adds a lot of stability to it. So that's something else that you can do to make the Smove even more effective. It's great by itself, but if you do these results, you're actually going to get professional results. And one more thing you can do to stop it from jittering, if it's jittering right and left just a little bit because you're walking, one thing you can do is hold it like this. The Smove unit is going to be down on the bottom, and so what that's going to do is it's going to correct some of the jitteriness from the right to left angle. So all of a sudden now you have a stabilizer that's doing mostly right and left. So as I walk just a little bit here, my stabilizer is really stabilizing the right to left motion because I actually put the Smove unit underneath of the phone. And you'll notice I'm still getting a really clear shot of this building here. So that's something that'll really help you keep smooth video. So if you want to stabilize more up and down, keep the Smove to the right. If you want to stabilize more right and left, then keep the Smove at the bottom. So one more thing I wanted to show you is the mode 1 and mode 2. The M button right here is right next to the power button, and right now I'm in mode 2. And mode 2 actually follows wherever you go, up and down, right and left. It follows, and the Smove device, you can put it above or below the unit, however you'd like to do it, whichever is easiest for you to hold. But mode 1 is a little bit more restrictive if you're just wanting to get the horizon, you're not really wanting to go up and down. And you can see we're here at Walt Disney World. The best way to shoot like fireworks and shows that are stable, even maybe a concert or something like that, would be to use mode 1. Because what mode 1 does, I just push the mode button once, and what it does is now it stays level also. So even if I look down, it doesn't really go down. So if my hand shakes a little bit up and down or back and forth, it's going to stay focused on that horizon, which is really nice. So if you just want your shot to stay straight out to the horizon, mode 1 is fantastic for that. Another thing I wanted to show you is the joystick feature. So I'm back in mode 2, and if I want to position the Smove by myself without actually moving the device up and down, I can use the joystick to go down or to go up. It doesn't do left and right because you can just do that with your hand, but it does go down and up. And now I am in the regular iPhone camera app, so it doesn't do the zooming. If you put the joystick to the right or to the left, that's the zoom feature, and you do have to be in the Smove app to do that. And you'd have to be connected to Bluetooth, and that's something that is discussed in the instruction manual. But I mostly shoot in the regular iPhone camera app because I like to shoot in 4K just like this video is. And so the only thing I can't do is the zoom feature, but the up and down is great because I can I can pan very smoothly up and down with the joystick, or I can just move the device however I'd like to do it. So I want to go over walking with Smove again because it is something that can be a little bit tricky if you want to get it just right. So like I showed you before, the best way to do walking is to put the Smove unit underneath of the phone. But something else while you move is that you want to roll your feet just a little bit, like I'm doing here. So I'm rolling from my heel to my toe, and what that does is it makes everything really, really smooth. So, you know, I can walk a little bit faster, but as long as I'm rolling, it really helps. I'm trying to make it as smooth as possible. Now I can run and I can walk normally and it'll be fine, but if you really want to get those professional results, keep that arm loose, keep your hand relaxed, and keep your feet relaxed as well, but rolling heel to toe, and that will give you amazing shots walking. It almost looks like the camera is on some sort of a rolling tripod or something like that when you do this. So it's amazing with a smartphone, you can get these professional quality videos with Smove as long as you follow these simple tips and tricks. Well, that's all we have for today's video, everyone. We hope you found it useful and informative. I'm going to go ahead and link the footage that we took during this video shoot at the end of this video so that you can see the results that I got using the techniques that I just showed you. And for anyone who's interested in getting a Smove, they really do make vacation videos look professional. So I would highly recommend them. I've really enjoyed using it on my live streams as well as my other edited videos that I do on my channel. So if you want to look at getting a Smove, the website is www.smove.video. That's .video, not .com. And then also the adapter that I showed you to charge an iPhone, I'll link in the description. It's available on Amazon for about $6 or $7. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment on this video and I'll do the best I can to answer as many as possible. That's all for now. Have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. Bye-bye. So this is the demonstration of walking with the Smove with the unit underneath like I just showed you. And as you can see, it holds the phone really stable while I'm walking. So again, the Smove unit is underneath of the phone right now, and that really adds to the stability while I walk. And if I'm really more concerned about the up and down stability like I showed you, then I'm going to want to put the Smove unit to the right of the phone. So that's what it turns out to look like. And again, you want to move the phone as smoothly as possible to get the best results.